The Galactic Council's emergency broadcast crackled through every comm system. On the research station orbiting Zentara Prime, warning, venomous gliders detected in Sector 7. All personnel evacuate immediately. Lethal toxin. Do not approach. Kylie Chen didn't hear it. She was too busy scratching behind the ear flap of what the galaxy feared most, a creature whose neurotoxin could drop a Krellian battle beast in 30 seconds. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. She cooed as 3 of the serpentine, bat-winged creatures wrapped themselves around her arms and shoulders. Purring like oversized cats. William Rodriguez burst into the observation dome, his face pale beneath his helmet. Through the transparent barrier, he could see his research partner sitting cross-legged on the forest floor of the biodome, completely covered in death. Kylie, Kylie, he shouted into his comm, slamming his fist against the emergency override. The airlocks wouldn't budge. Quarantine protocols had sealed the dome automatically. She finally looked up, one of the gliders nuzzling against her cheek. Oh, hey Will, come check these guys out. They're amazing. Get away from those things. William's voice cracked. His hands flew across the control panel, trying every bypass code he knew. Those are venomous gliders. Their toxin is only released when they're threatened. Kylie interrupted calmly, gently stroking the iridescent scales of the largest glider. I've been reading their behavioral patterns for the past 2 hours. They're not aggressive at all. They're just misunderstood. William's brain struggled to process what he was seeing. The creatures that had caused the evacuation of 3 entire colonies, that had a mortality rate of 99.7%, were draped over his colleague like sleepy house pets. Misunderstood. Misunderstood. He pulled up the species database on his wrist display. It says right here, approach results in immediate defensive strike. Death follows within minutes. No known survivors of envenomation. Kylie stood up slowly, the gliders adjusting their positions, but remaining relaxed. Yeah, about that. Have you noticed that every recorded attack happened when someone was either trying to capture them, running away in panic, or shooting at them? William paused. He actually hadn't thought about it. They're empathic, Will. They respond to fear and aggression. I sat down, stayed calm, and just waited. After about 20 minutes, this little one, she gestured to the smallest glider, barely the size of a cat, came over and sniffed my hand. You're insane, William breathed. But he was pulling up the attack reports now, cross-referencing them with behavioral data. His eyes widened. Oh my God, you're right. Every single incident involved either capturing equipment or weapons discharge. Humans have been dealing with venomous animals for millennia, Kylie said, carefully walking toward the airlock, her new friends still clinging to her. Snakes, spiders, jellyfish, scorpions. You know what we learned. Respect them, understand them, don't threaten them. And most of them leave you alone. The smallest glider chirped a sound no recording had ever captured, and headbutted Kylie's chin affectionately. William's hands hovered over the quarantine release. The council is going to lose their minds. Probably, Kylie agreed. But think about it. These creatures are native to 17 colony worlds. The settlements failed because everyone was too terrified to coexist. But if we can show that they're actually peaceful, she had a point. The Zentara system alone had resources worth quadrillions of credits. Abandoned because of these creatures. I'm opening the airlock, William said finally. But if you die, I'm putting I told you so on your headstone. Deal. The airlock hissed open. Kylie stepped through, still adorned with living death. The glider's scales shimmered in the station's artificial light, shifting through colors that suggested curiosity rather than aggression. William stood frozen as Kylie approached. Stay calm, she instructed. Slow, deep breaths. They can sense your heartbeat. That's not helping. But he did as she said. The largest glider uncoiled from Kylie's shoulder and floated toward William on its membrane wings, its crystalline eyes fixed on him. And William could see the venom sacs pulsing beneath its translucent scales. Enough toxin to kill him a dozen times over. Don't move, Kylie whispered. The glider landed on William's shoulder, light as air despite being nearly a meter long. It tilted its head, studying him with an intelligence that had never been documented. Then, slowly, It extended a forked tongue and gently tapped his cheek. It's tasting my fear, William realized. Yes, and choosing not to react to it. That's trust, Will. Over the next 3 hours, Kylie and William documented everything. The glider's social structure, their communication patterns, their diet mostly fruit and small insects, despite the terrifying fangs, and most importantly, their emotional intelligence. When the Galactic Council's evacuation team arrived, weapons drawn and containment fields ready, they found the humans sitting in the biodome cafeteria, eating sandwiches while 7 venomous gliders lounged around them like lazy cats. The team leader, a Vraxian commander with 4 eyes and no sense of humor, nearly had a systems failure. What is happening here? Kylie smiled, offering a piece of her sandwich to the smallest glider, who accepted it delicately. First contact, Commander. Proper first contact, within 6 months. Kylie's research had revolutionized humanity's approach to xenobiology. Her paper, Emotional Intelligence in Apex Predators, a case study in human glider relations, became required reading at every academy in the galaxy. The abandoned colonies reopened. Humans moved in, not as conquerors or exterminators, but as neighbors. Children played in gardens while gliders sunbathed on rooftops. Farmers found that the creatures were excellent pest control and fiercely protective of their humans, and on quiet nights, Kylie would sit on her porch on Zentara Prime, 3 gliders curled up beside her, and think about how the most dangerous thing in the galaxy had turned out to be fear itself. William would join her sometimes, his own glider companion, the one who'd first touched his cheek riding on his shoulders, you know. He'd say, "You really are insane, maybe," Kylie would reply, scratching behind her favorite glider's ear flap. "But I'm the good kind of insane." And in the distance, the sounds of a thriving colony human laughter mixed with glider chirps proved her right.